This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. If you click on the link in the description below, it'll take you to their store and they'll know I sent you there. We are going to do a Core Set 2020 draft on Magic Online. To imagine Magic Online basically just because as of when I'm recording this and streaming this, Core Set 2020 isn't on Arena yet for draft. It's only on it for sealed, and I wanted to do a draft here in the early going. So yeah, that's what we're about to do. I want to remind everyone my content is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their website by clicking on their logo below on Twitch and the link in the description below on YouTube, and they'll know I sent you there. And they have all the Core Set 2020 stuff you could want. Using a new overlay, I've gotten enough complaints over the course of, we can actually use play points, huh? Over the course of a long time of making YouTube videos about the fact that it sort of downscaled all the cards and they were hard to read. So now, I guess I have to do that twice. So now people don't have to worry about that. The game, whether it's Arena or this, will take up more of the screen. I do have to get used to the new overlay, but I think I'll mostly be able to do that today. It's sort of like a trial run. I can move my camera around if it's in the way and stuff, and chat will let me know, right, chat, if it's obscuring anything, especially if we switch back to Arena. I think it's actually kind of easier on Arena to find a place for things. What do we want to first pick here? Well, not Mystic Forge. I mean, it's a very, very narrow card. It's hard to build a deck that'll actually work with in Limited. I think Vampire the Dire Moon, Chandra's Outrage, and Shock are the ones that are really on the table here. I think Shock and Vampire the Dire Moon are probably the best cards here. Yeah, I think I'll take Shock. Ooh. Must have been a good rare in this pack because... this also is in the way. Yeah. Lots of things are in the way, aren't they? I'm going to have to turn... I just need to turn off the header. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think this is a little better now. So yeah, Chandra, definitely the best card here. I like that the arts aren't loading. That's always good. But it's probably the best uncommon in this set. It's early, but I feel like that's where we're at. Pumps all your elementals. That matters sometimes. Even if she was just that -2 ability, she'd be great, and she's more than that, so... Yeah. Ooh. Well, Chandra's Outrage. Brought back is cool, but I don't think it's better than Chandra's Outrage. Yeah, it's good. I think it's an underrated card. While it is narrow, I think it's easier to get use out of than most people are giving it credit for. Well, another Shock? Should we just be mono red? Maybe we should just be mono red. I mean, it's not really going to happen, but I think we take another Shock here. Overcome and Captivating Guy are interesting. Starfield Mystic really isn't, but we'll take another Shock. That's a bunch of damage to the dome we can do already. Okay, so Eternal Isolation is probably the best card here. It has, sometimes you just have to side it out, and that's kind of annoying. I could just take an Evolving Wilds and continue to be really open, because there's not anything in this pack that has me, really wanting to commit to anything. Bone to Ash is pretty good, I suppose. Adds to our spells theme here. Is it better than just grabbing an Evolving Wilds, though? Probably not. Okay, so here we can grab a Sleep Paralysis, which is fine. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. We can consider grabbing another land. It could matter. Netcaster Spider's not bad, but I think Sleep Paralysis is probably better. We just have a removal deck at this point, which is kind of funny. That's for sure. Okay. Well. Sedge Scorpion, Centaur Courser. I don't think we want Scorch Bitter. I mean, we may have the makings of a really aggressive deck, the early makings of one, but I think I'm just going to take Sedge Scorpion here. Okay, I like Wolfkin Bond. I mean, right now we don't have hardly... We have one creature, but surely we'll get more, and I like it more than the blue cards here. Portal of Sanctuary. Yeah, we'll just grab a Worst Claw. Okay. Unsummon or Brightwood Tracker. The Tracker's a nice late game mana sink. Unsummon has its uses. We do have way more green cards right now. Yeah. Nah, of course we get another one. I think we'll take a Plummet here instead, since we are actually going to be playing best of 3. Netcaster Spider still being here works for me. And Greenwood Sentinel's not terrible either. Green seems pretty open. I mean, it's not like we got crazy good green cards at the end, but we got decent ones. Ooh, well, I think we're going to go back into blue. Dungeon Geists is better than Murder. There aren't that many cards in the set that are, but it is. Yeah, this is a pretty strong pack for blue in general. Like, well, maybe not, but I'd like to get Spectral Sailor too. This is a strong package. I mean, Gravedigger's good, Murder's good, Dungeon Geist is good, but we'll take the Geists. All those green cards we took might not matter anymore. So Leafkin Druid or Thicket Crasher? Well, that depends. Am I still a green deck? Could I be a green-blue deck that splashes Chandra? Probably could be, if that's where we end up. So, I mean, there are red cards here, but they're nothing special. I'm kind of leaning towards Leafkin Druid. Yeah. Well, we do have a Chandra. I don't think that's enough. You need to be a really red deck, I think, for Chandra's Regulator to be worth it. And we are not that. There's a Reduce to Ashes, though. I mean, we could be red-green, but we really do want to play that freaking Dungeon Geists, you know? The green cards here aren't that good, though. I mean, yeah, we're going to take a Reduce. So, yeah. Are you saying oops because of your typo or oops because you think I made a bad pick? That's the question here. Yeah, blue is just getting taken. Do we just grab another Chandra's Outrage? I mean, I kind of think I do. What we kind of need is a really good win condition to really make this come together. And, like, we'll get one, but we have so much removal. You know, Dagger Sail Aeronaut could do worse than that on a win condition. Swiftwater Cliffs does increase our ability to splash, like Dungeon Geists. I think what we really need is the gift that adds double colored mana to really play it. But is Swiftwater Cliffs worth taking over Dagger Sail Aeronaut? This is the question. We have a lot of 4s, but I think a flyer kind of is kind of the thing we need right now. All right, well, here I think I'll take a Pack Mastiff. Yeah, I think we are red-green. As much as we'd like to play Dungeon Geists, it doesn't look like the mana is going to work out that way. I think maybe here we'll take a land. Yeah. Okay. Well, probably have to get to 15 creatures, but Overcome is a legit win condition, and while these guys are fine, I mean, Overcome is going to have a huge impact on games. So I think we want to take Overcome. There's a chance we don't get there on creatures, which would suck, but... Alright, here we'll take... Let's guard Crag. If only we wanted to splash white, you know. It's not going to be very hard if we want to. But we don't have any reason to at this point. Yeah, so I think we need to be pretty focused on getting more creatures and, you know, kill our opponent's stuff early and then try to win the game with, you know, either a mediocre flyer or an Overcome on our whole board. I think that is a doable thing. Okay, so take another Pack Mastiff. That is another creature. I'm just going to take Stone Golem. I mean, I doubt we play it, but it is a creature, and if we really feel like we need a bunch of creatures, then, I mean, it'll do the job. Same with Anvil Rot Raptor, a couple of crappy artifact creatures. If we get a Steel Overseer, I mean, could be worse. If we did see that tower, the green-white signpost uncommon would be a nice thing to splash. We could do it now. We passed one back when we had no mana for one. So we'll see what happens. I do like Season of Growth, but it's like way too late. I don't think we can make it work. I mean, we don't have enough ways. We have hardly any ways of targeting our creatures, so, you know, it's kind of annoying. Probably the Shaman. I mean, he's just really good. You know, 2-for-1, decent evasive stats. Works for me. We would like to make our curve a little lower if we can. I mean, I would splash like a Pacifism too at this point. I mean, we can splash white things pretty easily. Like, you know, a Devout Decree, but I don't think we really want to. There's another Murder. Probably just another Shock. I mean, it's tempting to take a creature. We know we need creatures, but, you know, Shock is really good. And I'm not upset I have 3 of them. Kind of weird we only have 1 3-drop. Oh, there's another Chandra? Well, okay. I think there's a good chance we're going to end up moving away from an Overcome plan just because we keep picking up really strong cards that aren't creatures. So, you know, and we're only at 10 creatures and probably need 15 or so for Overrun to be worth it. Okay, so we kind of do need a win condition, and Chandra Spitfire can do it. We have several ways to do direct damage to our opponent. I think we need it. I think it'll work if we play Overcome, and otherwise, I mean, I think if this were like an earlier pack, I think you basically always would take the Silverback Shaman over Chandra Spitfire, but I think given where we are, we'd rather have the Spitfire. Oh my god. Should have taken that Regulator. Do we want a 3rd Chandra? I mean, I think we probably do. I mean, it would be great to get an Ember Cat, but she's just really good. I mean, probably means we end up cutting some mediocre stuff, but there are downsides to having 3 Chandras. You know, the legendary thing being one of them. But I think we can... What is happening? None of them have any art. It seems like some sort of weird glitch that I have 4 Chandras. Oh my goodness. I really should have taken that Regulator. With the regulator, it'd be completely busted. Okay, I don't actually think we want a fourth one, sadly. I think maybe something like Ripscale Predator is more up our alley. It's going to be hard to make Wake Root Elemental work. I think I'd rather just have a big Menace guy. If there was another Chandra in that pack, I would have been pretty shocked. So I don't think we're going to be an Overcome deck. Oh, good. I'm pretty happy to pick up a random 2-drop here. It's not even a random one. He's a pretty good one. Man. I can't believe the Chandra situation here. It's a one card I have that doesn't have any art too, so it's a very strange situation. So goblins, we've got 2. That is not enough for Goblin Ringleader. We'll take this 2-drop. You know, we may get there. We do get there on 15 creatures depending on how we trim our deck. I think we want another Pack Mastiff more than we want another Wolfkin Bond. Ooh, we definitely want Chandra's Ember Cat with our 3 Chandras. Yeah, Silverback Shaman. Okay, so I think in the end we don't need to run Dagger Sail Aeronaut. We have better win conditions. We could even consider cutting our 6s. This deck is kind of silly. People talk about bots, but you know, the 3 Chandra thing is kind of wacky. I may not play Reduce to Ashes, number 1. I mean, we have tons of removal without it. It does kill things that are slightly larger than our other kill spells, but yeah. Kind of leaning towards this. Seems reasonable to me. Well, you know, I think cutting a random creature for like a bigger guy. I mean, the elemental stuff we have going on, we actually have a considerable amount of it. Humorously, we don't actually have that many elementals, but the 3 Chandras actually like them, and that could matter for something like Vorst Claw. I mean, I do have a ton of 2s, so I could see maybe cutting like a Destructive Digger. And yeah, maybe we want a couple more big guys. Yeah, I think we do. I think that's going to work out a little bit better for us. We do have an Evolving Wilds. 6 forests, huh? Magic Online? That seems a little crazy. We don't have a ton of green mana, but we have 3 cards that are double green. So I think that probably is better. 8 green sources, 10 red ones. Yeah. Our double greens are high on our curve, so I think that's fine. All right. Now we'll need to move stuff around again. And this time I think... Well, we'll see, but I think moving it, yeah, where I had it, probably a little bit better. Oops. That looks like a decent hand, but let me fix this. All right, move this back over here. Maybe this can stay over here. We'll see. Let me know, chat, what's going on with things, if there's things being obscured or not obscured. Okay. We will keep our triple shock hand. Ooh, I'm really glad I have a shock. Because Knight of the Ebon Legion is very, very scary if you can't kill it. Luckily, we could. Hey, that's a nice draw. All right, we're just going to end our turn. Okay, well, let's find out if they have a counterspell. I actually think I'll attack first. All right, then we'll play Chandra. Now they have negate. Is this a format where you can really mainboard negate? I'm not sure it is. It will be pretty good against us because we do have lots of non-creature spells. Okay, another negate won't do anything this time. We'll attack with Pack Mastiff. And then we'll play our big boy. Hello, Zach. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. Okay. It's a little obnoxious, but not the end of the world. Alright, I think we attack with Silverback Shaman here and then play our Ripscale Predator. Yeah, we're cool with that. Oh, I can actually blow them out with a shock. Then I can't play my Ripscale Predator, but... you know, I think it's probably worth it. And no, it's not. We'll just let it happen. We can use the shocks to blow them out with our Ripscale Predator a little more effectively, I think. I'm liking the core set so far. Yeah, Boneclad Necromancer is a nice little guy, that's for sure. Okay, so we'll attack with our Ripscale Predator. So Double Shock has an okay chance of getting us a blowout here. I mean, it's not really a blowout, unfortunately, because, you know, it's trading one card for one card, but it works for me. Nasty. Yeah, they're just value. They have so much like graveyard value stuff going on. It's pretty gross. Okay. Yeah, all right. We'll take 5. Okay, that's pretty good. The question is, do I put it on my Ripscale Predator? I don't think so. If it were untapped, I probably would, but it's not. So, yeah, we'll put it on Pack Mastiff here. Yeah, then we'll attack. Well, maybe we just attack with our Ember Cat. Yeah. We just attack with our Ember Cat. Trade cats. Alright, end our turn. Oh god, that's annoying. Our opponent is destroying us basically at this point. Although they do seem to be out of gas, so that part's kind of nice. And they have to worry about Ripscale Predator now. So we're going to block with the wolf here. Maybe I should have just used shock, huh? Oh my god. How many Boneclad Necromancers does our opponent have? Oh, they got one of them back. That's right. Okay. Alright. So, if we draw land, we're dead. Okay. We're not quite dead. Just really close to it. Yeah. Sure, they just take this, yeah, so. Right, so we're going to play Sedge Scorpion. Hope they don't have even more removal and end our turn. So we can shock a zombie and block a Necromancer and kill it. Okay. She's not great here, but if only they hadn't countered our Chandra earlier. We'll do 2 to them. We're just trying to race here, and she does make it possible for us to win a race. We do have 3 Chandras, which is silly. Could have had 4. Okay. That should do it. We have all this reach in our deck, and I think it's here going to finish the game for us. All those Boneclad Necromancers didn't end up mattering in the end, right? So, exiling stuff against them does matter a little bit more, but I think we'd rather still have an outrage. Yeah. Plummets don't seem special. I wonder if it's worth just running one of these. Probably not. Like a mountain that comes into play tapped and scries 1. It's probably not worth it. It might. It's close though, I think. I think our deck's composition in the end is actually pretty good because we have so many removal spells. Yeah, I mean, MTGO has its downsides for sure, Lord Bio. I think my viewership today is lower because I started with it. But I did really want to do a draft. And that was the only way I could do one for now. So, that's what I did. And yeah, we'll see. I may do sealed after we do this draft. Yeah, Chandra really won us the game there. I mean, doing 2 damage to them, 2 damage to them is a big deal in the board state we had, and yeah, ended up being plenty. 2 damage and then preventing an attack from our opponent made it so they had to draw something to win the race, and we didn't have to draw anything to win the race. So that was nice. I mean, after we drew Chandra, we didn't. It's coming for Arena on Monday, I think. I think that's the plan. God, I think on the draw, I mean, I think I can keep this. We have a 1-drop and a 2-drop. We just need to hit 1 green mana and then we're fine pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, drafting against real people is a serious upside for sure, as opposed to Arena. But I do think Arena has more pros than cons in the end. Alright, so let's try to play an Ember Hauler. Okay, green mana. Alright, well, now I'm not quite as desperate for green mana, at least. We will take 2 to the face. Alright, so let's go ahead and shock this. Okay, well, we can at least cast our Chandra's Outrage now. Alright, so I think we shock that too. Okay, well, we're having mana issues for sure. But it's not like our opponent's having a blistering start, and we can kill most creatures that they play right now with Chandra's Outrage. Our deck has considerably more forests than mountains, I think. Boneclad Necromancer. Yeah, he's pretty good right there. I could Chandra's Outrage the Necromancer, but I think for now we're just going to keep adding to our board and end our turn. I think we're kind of... we have to sort of be in a holding pattern now, just because we don't have the right kind of mana, basically. I don't think I want to kill that Undead Servant yet. It actually sets stuff up for them in their graveyard more easily, if I do, in a lot of ways. Okay. The question is, do I play Leafkin Druid so I can set up these guys next turn? And I think the big boys are going to be more useful right now than a Wolfkin Bond is. So, yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I still have activated abilities I can do things with and whatnot. Yeah, I'll take 3, sure. Their Undead Servant doesn't have any art either. Yep. Boneclad, how many of those do you think they have? 5? It seems like they have a lot. Alright, so 2... so let's play Vorstclaw first. And end the turn. They could very well have pacifism or something for it, so... they do. Okay. Well, I think actually I think what I do, there's a really good chance that they have a way of getting these dudes back, which sucks. But yeah, I'd almost rather kill one of these because they don't go to their graveyard. So I think I block with that. And I think I'll use Ember Hauler's ability to kill a zombie. Ah, crap. I needed to use Pack Mastiff's ability more than I needed to use Ember Hauler's ability, so that was stupid. Misplay. Hard to recover from that one. Yeah, I think we're just dead, basically. Good time to screw up. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and scoop. We don't need to waste our time. Oh god, that sucked. Maybe I need something like Overcome. Like, when they get all those Boneclad Necromancers and go wide on the board like that, it's not an easy situation. Maybe I at least want a Daggersail Aeronaut. Like, something with flying. Things with flying seem pretty good, but I also need reasonable blockers against them. Yeah. Well. Yeah, okay. I don't think we change anything. I mean, we do have reach. We just need to have a decent start, I guess. That'll work. Maybe I won't screw up my Pack Mastiff activated ability again. It's not that strange, actually. I mean, Abzan's about going wide in this format, and Boneclad Necromancer is a big part of that, so it actually makes sense. Alright, so let's attack with our first Pack Mastiff. Now we're having mana issues. It's what I deserve after the horrendous misplay, I guess. Okay. I think we go Ember Hauler, kill the Seer here. If we can get all these Pack Mastiffs out and keep the board clear, things might get interesting. Yeah, they milled 3 creatures there. Nice. She's not going to get countered this time. So, yeah, we'll kill the Vulture. Then I think we're only going to attack with 1 Mastiff here. Yeah, there's a bit of a red focus on flyers. It's sort of like a secondary focus. Elementals is the main one, but yeah. I think they actually did a good job designing cards that fit into that theme. Boneclad. Oh, they don't actually have double black for Boneclad. Thank God. Because I've had enough of that. Alright, so I think we block. Okay. So, I can play my real big boy here with their -1. They probably have pacifism again. The one pacifism they're splashing. They may have more than one, but, you know. Hopefully they do, because if they drew the one they have every game and stuck it on one of my big guys, which is a huge tempo hit when you're like 6-drop and they're like 2-drop, your creature doesn't matter. Doesn't feel good. Okay, Soul Salvage. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Trying to hit black mana, basically, I think. So they can play Boneclad Necromancers galore. Okay, well, alright. So I think we just attack with Vorse Claw. Good +1 in attack with Vorse Claw, but then Chandra's going to die, so Chandra just killing the Cloudkins here is probably better. Yeah. We'll kill the Seer. Attack with Vorse Claw. And then play Silverback. He's going to be a little better with Wolfkin Bond thanks to Trample, so. Right, they have their second black mana, but they have to wait a turn for it. Yeah, he's a great little common. Every color got like a common that feels like it should have been an uncommon in this set. I don't think it's an official cycle. One of them is Cloudkins here. But, oh, God. Mu Yanling. Okay, well, we can definitely make their lives difficult, though we have to kind of hope they don't have, like, counter magic, you know? Or a bounce spell. A bounce spell would be real bad news, because we're going to try to put Wolfkin Bond on Silverback Shaman and then send everything at Mu Yanling. Yeah, that's not good. That is not good either. Oh, man. Opponent has so many good cards. It's making me sad. All right, so we're going to put Wolfkin Bond here. Thank you for the follow, Mafar. And they have negate. God. This opponent is frustrating, to say the least. Attack Mu Yanling. Sure, we get blocked one way or another. And then they're going to get a bird. Yeah. Now Now they have all the mana they could ever want. This is the best control deck I've seen in this format so far. Mostly been playing sealed, so it's harder to put one of those together. Such cool art, and I never wanted to see it against me so much as I want to see it on my side of the table. But, you know, what are you going to do? Okay. All right, so everybody attack Mu Yanling. Yeah, in yesterday's stream on Arena and Sealed, I beat somebody who had Mu Yanling. It took me forever to do it. And then once I beat it, they had Safara, and it was like, cool. Okay, so see if the trample thing, I mean, it looks to me trample should do 1 damage. Okay, it won't. And their bird will stay alive. But I do get to draw a card. Okay. Alright, I think we got a shot here now. They've only got 1 card left in their hand after all. Let's hope it's not a way to draw cards. That's the main thing we don't want to see here. All right. We don't have anything else to do with our mana, so yeah, that's nasty in this situation, just because it gives them 2 bodies to keep them alive. We knew they'd get one eventually. So we do have a few cards that can help us do the additional damage left in our deck. In fact, I think all of our direct damage cards, except for Chandra, but we still have 2 of those, still in our deck. And that is aggressive on the part of our opponent. Which might be just what they have to do. Ah, crap. Well, now it makes more sense. Alright, so we need to draw a removal spell. More or less. That is actually pretty good. So they'll have to block the Mastiff. Then we can play Druid and our Spider. I feel like they just drew something real, which is not great news for us. Alright, so I think we try to kill this thing. They have, yeah, of course they do. Okay, so we go to 4. Our deck has so many ways to kill this bird, or a shock, or any of these things. I really would be happy to draw any of those. Okay, they drew a land at least. Okay. We drew a little guy, but I'll take it. God, that's frustrating. There's like so many things we can draw, and we were not drawing them. There's the outrage and the shock, and yeah, ugh. That was a really frustrating match, more than usual. Doesn't help that I punted game 2, and we might have won game 2 if I hadn't. Yeah, we might have. Just needed, yeah, we needed a Chandra or a Chandra's Outrage. On that turn, when all they left back was a 2-2 to block, or I guess it was a 3-3. So we didn't have that many cards that could kill it, I guess. Yeah. frustrating. Left my phone somewhere. Right, this looks pretty good. This is sort of an awkward thing that can happen with Ember Haulers, but I think it's an okay thing to happen. I do think we'd rather play him early than Sedge Scorpion. Nice. Yeah, that's gross. Turn 1 Sailor, turn 2 Winged Words. Yeah, it's not really... That's not what you want to happen. Obviously, we can kill something at some point with our Ember Hauler. Frostlynxes make me sad. Unless I'm the one playing them. Then they make me pretty happy. Okay, so... I think we attack with Ember Hauler and then play Leafkin Druid. If they block, I may just kill the Sailor. Yeah, I think that is what I'm going to do. And yeah, then we'll play Leafkin Druid. I may do Seal today. I'll see what chat wants me to do after we finish this draft. Oh my god. I swear I'm seeing more busted decks. I'm seeing draft decks, I guess, instead of sealed decks, so it kind of makes sense, right? Okay, so we will play Silverback Shaman and our Evolving Wilds and end our turn. They're like mono blue, draw a million cards. Is that a deck? Okay, so luckily we can kill that Air Elemental. Thank God. Oh no, we didn't need to draw land. I did mean to sacrifice my Evolving Wilds, but hey, what are you going to do? So that dies. They go to 16. I attack with Silverback Shaman. Guess I need to move. Wow, I win on the spot because of that? Need to move the stack somewhere where it's easier to see behind chat. Mono blue. So plummet. Probably both our plummets come in based on what we saw there. Maybe I'll be a little more cautious and only bring in one. And cut. One of these big boys might be worth cutting. Boker Tov, Servant of Evil. Means good morning, for those of you who don't know Hebrew. Yeah, I'm trying out a new layout that's a little... lets the cards be bigger, essentially, on your screens, which definitely matters. So, what do I cut here? Sedge Scorpion. Probably Sedge Scorpion, honestly. A ground creature with Death Touch seems pretty... Yeah, you just said the same thing. Cool 8, yeah. So... early Ember Hauler. Can I make these cards bigger? Oh, I can make my little area bigger, but it doesn't actually make them any larger. They're as big as they get. Ooh, well, that's going to come in handy. Yeah, not a great hand for sure, but having 2 6s and a 5, you know, isn't the best. Okay. It's not good, but it's keepable. It's better than most 6-card hands are going to turn out to be, I think. So I think we attack. I kind of want to be greedy and hold on to shock until my opponent pumps mana into their guy, into one of their sprites. Is that greedy? Probably, but I think I'm gonna do it. If we can get our 4th land, I think we're in business. So let's see if they pump mana into these. All right, well, they're not going to, but I'll take 1. Okay, that's probably what Chandra wants to kill most of all. Okay, yeah, so Chandra, she's gonna die right away, but she's gonna kill something first and then absorb some damage, and I think I'm okay with that. And actually, if they want to kill her, they have to spend a little bit of extra mana. Yeah, she's dead. Thanks for your time, Chandra. We need to draw a land. Think we can do it? No. Oh my god. That is not what you want to happen there. Draw your other 5. I prefer Arena, but this isn't on Arena right now. Yeah, it's actually Crater Maker. That should remind you of Ember Hauler, because Crater Maker is a more recent card. This is a reprint. Yeah, that's not good. Like, even if I draw a 5th land now, I almost feel like we're going to be too late to do anything. There's the 5th land. Okay, so we're going to play Silverback Shaman, I guess. This is not a race we win. Right now, at least. It's not. All right. Maybe I need to leave Ember Hauler back. Oh, that Unsummon ruins our lives. And especially because we didn't draw a 6th land. If we drew a 6th land, we could play Silverback and use Ember Hauler to kill something, but instead, I think I basically have to use Ember Hauler to kill something and play Greenwood Sentinel. Oh, I think waiting would have been better. Bone to Ash, okay. Ripscale Predator isn't that bad in Limited. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's a fine 6-drop in Limited. I think it's actually better than Vorse Claw, honestly, because of evasion. It just looks horrible in this hand because we have, like, you know, hardly anything. We drew all of our high drops, basically. Okay. Feels like we want another Plummet, honestly. It's probably just better and well, probably not better than Shock. Probably better than an Outrage, though. All right, this seems Reasonable. Gnatcaster Spider in the opener is good. Thank you for the follow, Pink Menace. Yeah. Grab a forest with this. God, they're gonna use Winged Words again on turn 2. Or, no, I guess not. Okay, so we're gonna play Netcaster. So is it better here to power out Silverback Shaman than it is? Yeah, I think it probably is. It was tempting to shock the Warden, and maybe I'll end up regretting it, my decision, but I hope not. There's a good chance to have Bone to Ash. We can play around it a couple different ways, which is pretty sweet. They could also have Unsummon. So that's a thing. Because of the risk of Unsummon, I think it's probably just better to attack with our Silverback Shaman and see what happens. We can use Shock to break up something that involves a combat trick. Yeah, okay. I think I'm going to try to... Ooh, they're going to draw a card is what they're going to do, huh? Yeah. Maybe I should have gone for it. Is slow worse in limited? I think actually, I mean, if you're comparing it to constructed, slow is better in limited more frequently because decks are less consistent, etc. So, yeah, let's end our turn, and then I probably shock the Warden. If they draw a card, and I think they will. Yeah, they will. So we're going to shock this. We need them to tap out, ideally. Okay, well, that's not the best thing for them to tap out for. Ooh, wow, that is pretty nasty draw. I mean, we have Plummet too, which would have had a similar effect, but... Then I think we attack with both of these. All right, Frost Links. All right, so I think I attack with my Spider here, honestly. Do I use Wolfkin Bond first? I don't think so. I think just playing another Shaman's going to be better. Yeah, let's just hold on to our Netcaster Spider. Okay, double guys with Trample. Seems pretty good when our opponent's at 6. Don't play Safara, please. I'm okay with another Frost Links. Okay, so I think we just go for it here with Wolfkin Bond. Don't think they have Unsummon, or they would have used it to keep me from getting the Wolf token. Yeah, I'm going to attack with my Spider too, actually. We have mana for Plummet, so I'm a little less worried about a random flyer. Double block there. Oh, yeah, because you have to. Because of the damage. Trample. Nice. Less nice. So I still killed both of them. yeah, everything dies, and I get to draw a card, and I still have these two creatures in play. I could use Plummet, but I don't think I want to bother with it. Yeah, so all your stuff still dies. I get to draw a card. I still have another large creature in play, and a Plummet in my hand. I think that works out for us. Okay, I think I just attack. And then maybe use Chandra in my second main phase. Seems reasonable to me. I mean, I can Plummet too. Maybe I should. We can Plummet after they declare a block, and the trample damage will still happen. Yeah, okay. See that? That's a thing. All right, so we'll attack with our wolf. So they could have Bone to Ash. So I think what I'm going to do here because of Bone to Ash is play Chandra. They might have Negate, but I think we're okay with that. Okay, and then it's like, do I want to do it to them or to their creature? I think killing their creature is probably better. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Planeswalkers are good, especially this one that we have 3 of, which is pretty wacky. All right, we got there. 1-1. Going into our last match now. All right, so going into our last match of this draft. So a core set, Domo Lobster, is it's like any expansion for the most part, but it is sort of more streamlined and simplified than a typical Magic set. So it's better for beginners, which I think it sounds like you might be. So it's good for you. For example, there's no new mechanics you have to learn. You just have to learn all the old ones. Everything is, but most of them are mechanics you'll see all the time, so learning them is useful. Things like, flying, reach, protection's probably the most complex one that they have in the set. But it's on, like, I don't know, 10 cards. It's a little early to say whether I liked M19 better. I didn't like M19 a lot, so I kind of hope I don't like it better. So that's what I'm hoping for. All right, I think that is a keep. Yeah. Well, guess we know what we're shocking on turn 1. So, do I play Leafkin Druid so that I can play Chandra next turn? I think I'm kind of tempted to do it, because if I can set up Chandra going forward, she's going to be pretty good. Now, there's a chance I play something she just can't kill anyway, in which case, yeah, that's going to suck. So maybe I just play my Pack Mastiff. Yeah, I think playing the Mastiff's okay. There are just too many things that could happen where Chandra wouldn't be able to kill things. She would have been able to kill that. Okay, so I think I attack. And then I think I just play another Pack Mastiff. Obviously, once they are a pack, they are something of a problem. Okay. Alright, so I think that means we should just attack with both our dudes. Then we probably play Chandra and kill Loaming Shaman. Yeah. So we could hit them. We could hit them for 8 here. Yeah. But we're not going to. we'll do 4. There's too many things. I mean, they could actually kill stuff in response to the ability, things like that. So Chandra. Yeah, Arena probably is better, definitely, for a beginner, too. So, end our turn. Dang, that is an inefficient reduce to ashes. When you got to use it to kill a 2-drop. I mean, granted, you know, this is a scary 2-drop when they're in multiples especially, but still. Okay, so we're going to attack. Yeah. We're just going to do 2 again, and then we play Ember Hauler and Leafkin Druid. And we'll use our +1. Do they have a big scary creature in their hand? Nope. That card is annoying, but it's definitely not scary. Yeah. So we just kill it with Chandra's -2. And there's not really a reason to attack with our Ember Hauler, so we won't. This turn we are going to use the ability because we don't have anything else to do. Probably should have played my mountain, actually. All right. Okay, so the +1 actually does something because we have an elemental in play. So we're going to use it and attack with everything. And use this ability, and use this ability, and use this ability. Play our Evolving Wilds and end our turn. Ooh, sorry, Chandra. You dead. Of course, you know, our opponent has to commit a lot to killing her right here, so it's probably okay with us. Yeah, I mean... works for us, I think. Well, that's frustrating. Okay. Bone Splinters there is pretty gross. Grab a forest. That is not what we were hoping for. It's not really a thing. Surprisingly, they don't have a Hound Lord yet, at least not that I'm aware of. Alright, so we're both in top deck mode. So far, they're doing better than us. They drew a Bloodthirsty Aerialist. Now what do they draw? Gross. Moldervine Reclamation is particularly gross when you have Bloodthirsty Aerialist in play. Wolf Tribal is more of a thing. I don't think there's a color that's a trap. I don't think that's ever true in any format. And archetype-wise, well, I did make an archetype guide on my YouTube channel. Oh my god. They're drawing like champions over there. I think we're just dead now. I mean, it's going to take a while, but I think we're pretty much dead. Like, what can we do? Well, okay. That's something. It's not a big something. It's, you know, I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any archetype. Like, if you get the payoffs for an archetype and then you have enough things that make those payoffs happen, it can't really be a trap. Zethrian. I mean, that's how archetypes work. Okay, so we're going to block it with Sedge Scorpion. Or, you know, it won't attack us. Yeah, so we're going to block it with Sedge Scorpion. It will make this a 3-4, which is far from ideal. Can't believe they drew... Did they go, like, Scampering Scorcher, Bone Splinters, Bloodthirsty Aerialist, Molder Vine Reclamation, Gargos? I think that's what they did. It seems a little messed up. We've gone Pack Mastiff, Chandra Spitfire. Okay. It's not great right here, but it does do something. Because they need to get rid of the Scorpion one way or another, and it's not like they don't have an amazing board state already, Domo, like, you know, but, you know, yeah, there's probably something to be said for not attacking there. So we'll kill the Woodland Champion. And we'll end our turn. This is ridiculous. We've all been on the other side of this, of course, where you're just drawing all of the all of your spells while your opponent isn't. I mean, I think we still want to block here. I mean, it does draw them 2 cards, gain them 2 life, do 2 damage to me, make this bigger, but I think it's still worth it. Why they didn't attack with Bloodthirsty Aerialist, I don't know, but... Blarg. Of course, now we draw... Well, we can actually kill the Aerialist, can't we? It's just going to take a lot. Alright. Let's do this. Let's go. Ember Hauler, do 2. Chandra, do 2. Chandra's Outrage. Then we can actually attack. So we will. I don't think I've had any lessons bestowed upon me yet. I think the format seems pretty dynamic and interesting so far. Oh my god. Man. Okay. They're both attacking Chandra, so I'm just going to let that happen. Sorry, Chandra. Her +1 might have been useful, I guess, but... Okay, so... I think we attack with both of these. Make Pack Mastiff bigger. They get to draw 2 cards. I lose 2 life, etc. Yeah, we might have had an outside chance there for a minute, but I don't think we do anymore. Double Molder Vine Reclamation is messed up, man. So we're going to block the big boy. See what we can draw here. I don't think there's much that can save us. I guess another Chandra's Outrage would be pretty good. Yeah, no. We did. So... Yeah. Don't think there's anything we really need to bring in against them. Come on, Dookie. There you go. My cat's here. She doesn't appreciate being paraded in front of the camera, though. Yeah, our opponent drew amazing there, and like I said, we've all been on experiencing what our opponent does. It all evens out, and it's that's how it is. But yeah, I think we can keep this, but man, do we need green mana? You know, the fact that we have Shock Spitfire means maybe if we get lucky, we could steal a game out of nowhere. You know, that works pretty well. Get to search up that forest. Because Spitfire gets huge in a hurry, and if we draw some more direct damage, I might be inclined to go that route. So Forest. Nice. Okay, so player Spitfire. A cat that likes having its belly rubbed, huh? That's not a common thing. So we probably have to shock the Loaming Shaman. Why'd you shuffle that back into my library? Guess it doesn't hurt really one way or another, but a little surprised. All right, so shock. Attack for 1. Scorpion Sentinel. Most cats do not like having their belly rubbed, I would say. Okay, well, we're going to do some serious damage here. How much can we do? And do we want to go all in on it? So we do 2. That makes this a 4-3. I shock them. That makes this a 7-3. So that takes them down to 15. Oh, math. Let's do this again. They're at 17. I shock them down to 15. This becomes a 7-3. I attack for 10. They're at 5. So that means one more Chandra trigger plus one more Spitfire trigger means they're dead in most ways. I think I'm just going to go for it. So, they have to play something with reach. They have to kill my Spitfire. They have to find something to do here that keeps them alive. Didn't work. That was funny. We got to go all in on the Spitfire plan. Like we didn't go all in on it because we did kill a creature, but we basically went all in on it, and I think it worked out. Yeah, most cats, it's not that they don't like it. I think they do kind of like it, but they get riled up. You know, they can't control themselves, and then they get kind of rowdy and play with you roughly and things. I think most cats actually do like it, but most get too amped up by it. Okay, so this was a decent keep. It's not like an amazing one. We kind of need to hit green mana. You know, the usual. Here's a cat. Yeah, some dogs get that way too, but yeah, all the dogs I know that I interact with regularly do like the belly rub and don't get too crazy from it. Okay. Well, shock. Shock it is. Attack them for 2. We're struggling with our mana here. Which isn't really what I want to be doing. Okay, Pack Mastiff. We draw one more land, we can at least play Chandra thanks to her cat's ability. This one does count as a cat. Yeah, it's an elemental cat, Domo Lobster. So yes. Yes, it does. This looks to me like a game where if we can hit a couple land drops soon, I think we're good. But if we don't, well... Hey! Alright, so I think that's exactly what we do. We play Chandra. And we kill Overgrowth Elemental. Then I think we actually just want to end our turn. Her mana can help us right now. We need to keep her alive if we can. An attack there wouldn't have been especially useful. Okay, so Silverback Shaman, I think it's got to be you, buddy. We're nowhere near double green, so I'm sorry. What are they doing over there? Ah, fair enough. Okay. So, I think we're going to +1 her. Attack for 4. And just end our turn. Yeah, we'll just end our turn. Yeah. I mean, we're in a pretty good place overall. Yeah, I mean, if their plan is... the question is... Yeah, no, I don't think so. Okay, so... I think we do the +1 again, then just play Pack Mastiff. Obviously, they can block, return it, blah, blah, blah. But we're okay with it. While we're ticking up Chandra, I mean, I think we're pretty okay with most stuff. Play Pack Mastiff. We need her mana if she's going to get angry, you know. It's going to have to happen. Alright, so we're going to +1 again. Attack with both. Opponent is having flood issues and we're having mana screw issues, but I think we're in considerably better shape than they are, obviously. Drops them to 12. They get it back. At some point, just shocking this skeleton is going to be our best plan. Ugh. Let's just hope they can't play anything crazy with that mana. So, yeah, it's not worth shocking, honestly. That seems... Well, now we have an extra shock, so maybe it is. Probably is. Their hand's empty. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just say, get out of my way, please. I was polite about it, you know. Yeah, get back your skeleton. But I'm going to hit you for 7. Yeah. Yeah, cats and dogs working together, indeed. So we're back. Okay. Well, we're going to need that extra mana now, Chandra. No, now we don't actually need to do it that way. So I think we just go Chandra's Outrage. Drops them to 6. They draw a card. Do we -2 or +1? I think -2ing Chandra results in more damage here. So they also can't get it back at the end of their turn. So we're going to -2 and drop them to 2. And that means they're dead to shock on our next turn. Unless they have Pulse of Marasa. No, never mind. They're just getting that back. Okay. Okay, I think we're going to get there between Chandra and Shock, right? I mean, they could gain more life, I guess. Our deck basically turned into a burn deck in the last match. We had a bunch of burn and we knew that, but it never really happened in our other matches. Yeah, we get there. 2-1. Not too bad. Not too shabby.